Happy New Year, guys! 明けましておめでとうございます. So, it's a brand new year, and you may notice I have new hand paws, proper hand paws, yeah! So, I'd like to thank, what was it? Rabbit Runner? Runner Rabbit? Hang on, let me check my notes. Runner Rabbit and Hyrocraft Creations. So, Runner Rabbit, I'll link both of their videos that I used below. Runner Rabbit has a tutorial on how to make these paws, and she includes a pattern that is what I used, so I used her pattern to make these. So that was awesome. So thank you so much. I'm so happy. I'm so happy. They're so cool. Fluffy. And then Hyrocraft Creations. She made a video about how to applique hand paws, like the paw pads, by hand sewing, because I don't have a sewing machine. I don't have the space or the money for that. So I did everything by hand. Yeah. It takes a long time. The reason that this video is going up on the night of the 1st of January, literally, I said, I'll do one video every week. Yeah, I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna make it. And to fulfill that promise, I was finishing these through the night, through Happy New Year midnight, until 6 o'clock this morning. And then I fell asleep and woke up at 11. It's my dedication. I'm already holding myself accountable. The channel's working. Speaking of the channel, oh my god, I didn't expect 17 subscribers when I just checked. 17? Why? I'm so surprised. Thank you so much. That's really cool. Hopefully you stick around. Hopefully you're not like, oh god, watch this second video. Oh my god, what the hell's this guy on? I'm out of here. But I didn't expect that at all. I was hoping maybe I'd get like 4 or 5 or something. I'm blown away. Like, thank you guys so much. That's insane. So, as you can probably see from the title of this video, this is about my goals for 2023, and especially language learning goals, because I actually enjoy studying languages. I find them cool and like unique, and I want to be able to speak and read and write in different languages, because I think they're really cool, and each one is very unique and has its own kind of flavor, in a sense. I really enjoy them. Also, I'm a big history buff. I love history and literature and stuff like that, so I really want to be able to kind of research more about history and read different novels and classics and stuff like that, because I'm a massive nerd. So I am going to start learning French and German this year, and I'm going to continue learning Japanese. But just to be clear, I'm not a complete beginner in these two languages. I have studied them before, but I didn't get very far with them. So I am what's called a false beginner. I'm not a proper beginner because I do know some things, like I know the pronunciation fairly well, and that's about it. But I don't know like a lot of phrases. I can't like do self-introductions and that kind of stuff in them. So that's kind of what I'm at with those two languages. When I was in high school, in years 7, 8, and 9, I had to take French as a foreign language, an MFL, Modern Foreign Language. And then from years 8 and 9, I had to take German also as a foreign language. But British school system, much like every country in the world, the language learning system, the language teaching, is absolutely terrible, and you don't learn jack squat. So my goal is basically for French and for German, I want to get to an A2 level by the end of this year. I think that's fairly reasonable. And then for Japanese, I'm going to just maintain my level. I'm at a B1 level using Cepha, or if you're using JLPT, I'm in an N3 level. I did take the N3 back in December. Still waiting on the results because they take forever. Yeah, when I get the results back, I'll definitely tell you if I completely failed or if I actually passed it. I don't feel strongly either way, to be honest. It could be either. I don't really know if I failed or if I passed it. But anyway, so I'm going to link some other kind of language learning channels that I got inspiration for when making my plan for this year. So if you're interested in learning languages, or you're just interested in doing anything, then check them out. They're pretty useful. So I made a diagram because I can draw, and if I can pick it up, this is what I got. This is what I got. So this is the year, and people base the year on quarters. So they'll do like 3 months is 1 quarter. So they'll do like January, February, March. This is quarter 1. I will do blah blah blah. Lindy Burtis, she's kind of started that in the language learning community, and I am stealing it from her because I have no shame. However, I'm slightly editing it to fit something. It's a very like folksy, old-fashioned thing in the UK. I wouldn't be surprised most people don't even know about this. But we have something called quarter days, and they are special holidays throughout the year, and they divide the year into quarters. So one of them is Christmas, so December 25th. Then the next one is something called Lady Day, which is March 25th. And then we have Midsummer, which is June 24th. And then you have Michaelmas, which is September 29th. And this is, and we have like a wheel of the year, and it kind of divides it evenly. And then you have what are called cross-quarter days, which fall not exactly in between, but here you can see you've got Candlemas, which is like the beginning of February, and then down here you have May Day, and then you have Lammas, and then you have All Hallows, so like Halloween. And it kind of splits it nicely. I kind of wish there was a second one, because like there's nothing really happening here. But yeah, so this is kind of my my rough wheel of the year. So for my first quarter, so from Christmas until Lady Day, I'm going to be focusing on German. And then I'll also focus on German in the third quarter from Midsummer to Michaelmas. And then for French, I'll do it from Lady Day to Midsummer, and from Michaelmas till Christmas. So that's kind of my general quarterly divide. And this is for like focusing specifically on it, and I'll use a designated course for that. So for German, I'm using a course from the Deutsche Welle website called Nikos Vick. It's really cool, kind of immersion-based, natural method approach. It's really nice. I think it's really cool. It's like you're following this guy. He's like a Spanish guy, and then he's going to Germany to visit his aunt, but then he puts his bag down and he gets put in a taxi and taken away, and he's lost his bag, and now he's trying to find it. So I did start on Boxing Day. As I said, from the thing, it starts at Christmas, so I technically started this earlier. And so all of this last week, I've done like one German lesson on Nikos Vick, and then immediately started working on these to try and finish them in time, and oh my god, it took forever, but I finally done it. So I don't need to worry about these little things anymore. Oh my god, I need help. But you might... Oh, and for French, I'm going to be using this resource, which is called French in Action, and there is a website for it as well. Unfortunately, you can only access it if you live in North America, so I'm using a VPN. Speaking of which, this video is sponsored by... No, it's not. Don't worry, I haven't sold my soul yet. So this is like my focus. This is the most important thing. So for quarter 1, German is like the most important thing to focus on. Quarter 2, French is most important. 3 is German, then 4 is French again. But around here you can also see I've done where the months are. So January, February, March, and they have different things. So for quarter 1, I won't go through all of them because that will bore you to tears and this video will be like 10 hours long. But quarter 1, January, I'm going to be doing Japanese as my like secondary language thing. So I'm going to be using like this textbook, Tobira. What's the actual full name of the book? I can't see it. 上級へのとびら. Okay, yeah. So, Gateway to Advanced Japanese. It's kind of N3 grammar, but there's some N2 stuff in there as well. So, you know, it's just good to kind of go over it, and it's kind of interesting. It's using, like, multimedia stuff. So it's a bit more interesting than your average textbook. And then here I've got French for February, and so that means I'm going to be using not this book, because this is for when I'm focusing, because these lessons are bloody long. These are insanely long. But I'm going to be out. I'm going to be using this book here. This is a Japanese book for learning French. It's kind of grammar translation stuff. Like kind of learning sentences, but it's cool because I'm like practicing French and Japanese at the same time. Like, that's awesome. And I also have the same book but for German. So yeah, it's exactly the same kind of stuff inside. So I will do German, not this week because not the third month, not March. I'm not doing German there because German is the main thing. So I'm not going to do extra German, if that makes sense. I'm going to do German here on the middle month of the French one. I'm very bad at explaining things, aren't I? Oh my god. And then also I have these books. These are Berlitz self-teachers, so I've got a German one and a French one. These are like very kind of fun and easy. Kind of just got like phrases and stuff like that. I don't know if this is focusing. You probably can't actually see what this says at all. So yeah, those are my resources for French and German. And then for the third month of each quarter, so first month of each quarter is Japanese, second month is either French or German, and then the third month, I've got a question mark. So this is not going to be a language, this will be something different, something else I want to improve for myself. So, for example, for December, I was doing fursuit stuff. I made hand paws, and I also made this neck. I made a neck for my boy Rambles. He needed a neck. He didn't have one. It was very sad. Very sad Halloween. I had to wear a scarf to cover it up. Oof. But yeah, it could be fursuit things because, one, I have hand paws, but I want some sleeves and I want some feetsies. So I might do that, you know. I still have a shit ton of fur left to get through. And half a futon mattress worth of foam just sitting in the corner of my room. Also, as you could probably tell, if you saw my thumbnail and you actually clicked on it and tried to read what book I was holding, it was this one, which is Basic Math and Pre-Algebra for Dummies, because I cannot do maths, like, at all. I'm very bad at maths, so I need to relearn how to maths. I wonder how many Americans I'm triggering by saying maths instead of math. I wonder. Interesting. Let the hate flow through you. So yeah, that's basically my goal. Also, I want to try and do some reading. So maybe listening to audiobooks. As I was making these hand paws, I listened to Lord of the Rings. It was awesome. Definitely recommend reading Lord of the Rings. That was great. And then also, I finished that, and I started listening to Pride and Prejudice. If you've never read Pride and Prejudice, recommend it. Oh my god. I thought it would just be like romance stuff, and you know, I don't mind romance stuff. I thought it'd be quite good. It's a classic after all. It's got to be good. It's so funny. It is hilarious. Like, oh my god, it's great. Mr. Bennet, oh, he is hilarious. Best character. It's like tied. It's like, I can't decide who's the best character right now. It's like it's either Mr. Bennet or Darcy or Elizabeth. They are hilariously savage. It's great. So yeah, my goals, again, is basically for German, for mein Deutsch, ist lol, is get from FB, and that's not Facebook, that's false beginner, to get to an A2 level. French, le français, I want to get to A2 level as well. And for my Japanese, my Nihongo, I want to maintain my level, but kind of improve it, and also do some reading. And also, yes, completely forgot. I bought this. It's a diary for writing in, and it's supposed to be for writing English, but I'm not Japanese, and I already speak English, so I'm going to use it for English. So, for example, it says, "What are your weaknesses?" I don't know if you can actually see what this says. What are your weaknesses? And it says it in Japanese, but it's too small. I can't read it while wearing this. And then it has them like example of it, and then you write your example above. You're supposed to write in English because this is meant for Japanese people, but I'm not Japanese, so I don't need it. So this is really cool. So I'm going to try and do this every day. I already, as I showed you in the last video, I already have a diary, so it's not like that big a deal. And then also some books. So I have a bunch of books up here already. Will this collapse if I take any of these out? I imagine so, but I'll try. Okay, I got one. Which one did I get? Okay. So for example, I have some storybooks for children. So this is The Adventures of Tom Sawyer, or what does it say? Tom Sawyer no Boken. So yeah, The Adventures of Tom Sawyer. It's kind of like, that is not, okay. It's kind of like simplified Japanese, because it's meant for elementary school students. So I got some of those, and you know, got a couple bits of manga as well. So, you know, I'm quite well set for doing some reading material in Japanese. Also some songs. I want to try and translate some songs. Maybe do like, try and read one book a month. Or like one song a month. Try and translate one song a month. Read one book a month. Something like that. So yeah, I'm quite happy with that. So that's basically my plan. I don't think I'm forgetting anything, but I'm seeing that this video is like 25 minutes long, and that's horrific. That's awful. So, sorry for that. TLDR, I'm learning languages. And hopefully I'll actually get something done. Oh my god! I completely forgot. I need to say something that I can hold myself accountable for. So I will continue to make videos. They won't necessarily be related to this. The next video I make will probably be about J.R.R, because I'm literally going there in like 3 days, which is a bit nerve-wracking. I've never been to a furry convention before, and the fact that it's like in a foreign country where I don't speak the language that well, and I literally know no one, this is gonna be an interesting experience. So wish me luck. But I will do an update on Candlemas. So around like the 2nd of February, something like that. I will update you on my progress with Japanese and German, tell you like kind of what I've been doing, and then we'll see from there. I have no idea what I'm going to do for March. Maybe I'll do, you know, some sleeves so I can wear something that has short sleeves. Especially because by the end of March, by April, it's going to be like getting warmer. So I'm going to not want to be wearing some like hot overcoat thing, especially because my heater isn't even on and I am so hot. And it's like 5 degrees Celsius. Next week, sometime, I'll try and post a video. Maybe something about J.R.R, I don't know. I'll be very busy, I'll be traveling around, so honestly, I'll try not to skip it, but I might. It depends. I guess I could bring my laptop and try and film something in the hotel room, I don't know. But we'll see. Okay, that's about it. Peace out.